Hey, Joehoul here with some tips and tricks on how to get through Death March difficulty in The Witcher 3. Right up front, before I get into any abilities or tricks or strategies, I'm just going to say you should be doing every side quest and looking into every little waypoint on the map. You want to get as much experience, as much gear, go to all the hidden treasures, clear out all the monster dens, get all your potions. They're going to be very important going into these Death March difficulty. The first talent you're going to want to take is Exploding Shield for the Quinn sign. Quinn is very important and you'll be using it throughout the game. It provides you with a shield that will absorb at least one attack before bursting, and when it does get hit, if you have that talent, it'll blow guys back or at least stagger them, allowing you to get in a few good hits. Once you have the secondary option for Quinn, where you can hold a bubble around yourself, anytime you release the bubble, it will create a burst. And since the bubble doesn't consume stamina, you can just pop one off like that, and as you can see, my stamina is back at full again, and if you knock a guy down, you can get him with a one-shot finish on the ground. Next talent you'll go for is the Delusion for Axe's Sign. This one lets you keep enemies at bay when you're trying to cast it. It slows them down, and it also lets you use more Axe's Sign dialogue choices, which means you don't have to fight every single guy you run into. You can walk out of there with a bit extra experience, a bit extra coin. The next one, the one we're really working towards, is the Axe's Sign modifier Puppet. This lets you cast it using the secondary option to turn an enemy onto your team. It costs very little stamina, so you can use it as much as you want. As you can see here, I'm just going to turn one of the guys into my puppet. Now, he's going to one-shot one other enemy, and then be one-shot by another enemy. That is because, with the health scaling and difficulties, your guy keeps his low health and low damage, while the enemies gain damage but don't gain any health. So they end up doing a ton of damage to each other when they don't have the health to sustain. Also, another good way to use this is if there's one solitary difficult enemy, like this ghoul with the skull over its head, you're able to use the puppet sign on it and then attack it at will. The next one you want to go for is the active shield with the Quinn sign. This is the alternate sign mode. When you hold down the right trigger, you'll pop a bubble around yourself. Whenever an enemy hits it, it will consume some stamina, but it will also heal you. So I'll show you how that works here. Let this guy get a few pummels in, you see my health go down. Now if I hold this bubble, boom, we're right back at full. Early on, you're going to feel like keeping your health up is very difficult. You'll be eating a lot and drinking a lot of potions. That really helps things out at the end. Whenever you unlock slots for mutagens, you want to make sure to stack them like this. They compound the amount of bonus you get from the mutagen, so keep all the colors in the right categories. I went straight to the attack talent tree, and I went for fast attacks. I bet there's like a good strong attack build, but I find strong attacks are most useful for just breaking an enemy's guard. As you can see here, I'm using the strong attacks to break through, but I find fast attacks are much better for damage, and strong attacks don't need to be buffed that much because I'm only using them for utility. The next one I took just to get further down the tree was Battle Trance. This keeps your adrenaline loss from taking damage low. Now, if you put 5 points in it, you won't lose any adrenaline whatsoever. I took arrow deflection early on, but I switched it out because I found I wasn't fighting archers that much, but it was pretty good early on, being able to deflect arrows with parry. The next one I went for is Precise Blows with Fast Attack. This one increases the chance of landing a fast attack critical, and it does more damage on the critical hits. Now if you're playing in Death March, you're going to be doing a lot of side strafing, so you'll be getting a lot of criticals. That's a good one to get. Fleet-footed keeps you from taking damage while you're dodging. So if you can get that to 5 points, that's an 100% damage reduction, meaning you'll never have to dive roll again. You can just dodge around any guys you want to fight. And I'm only working towards Crippling Strikes. This is the one I really want. It lets you have a bleeding effect applied to any fast attacks. I hope you enjoyed this video and it was helpful to you. There's many strategies to be considered in The Witcher 3, but I found these ones really serve me. I just try to buff Axie, Quinn, and then put Sign Intensity runes in any armor weapons I need. Thanks for watching. Tell them to subscribe! Point somewhere!